All right, guys, we're back. We're pretty much going to just jump right into the charts today. This is a week in review, one of my favorite videos to do because it allows me to prepare for the upcoming week. And you must prepare in the stock market. You can't just go into the day winging it and gambling because you will lose all your money. The past 2 weeks, I've been doing just that. And I've seen, small losses here, there, everywhere, and just chopping at my capital. That's no way to trade. You have to prepare nightly, and you'll get somewhere, I promise you. But either way, just a quick update. And before I even get into that, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. If you don't, there's a good chance that I don't live to see another day. And that means no more videos. So make sure you hit that button and stay along for the ride because I'm going to take my account from nothing and turn it into something. I've already well on that road. I'm getting better and better day in and day out. When I started this, I was on my last limb. My back was against the wall. I was against the ropes, and I've been fighting back ever since. And I had to deal with heartache and struggle and pain and tears and blood and everything you could imagine for the past couple months. But I got through it. I'm here now. The pain is going to last a certain amount of time, but if you keep pressing forward, eventually it will subside and success will take its place. I promise you. Think about all the basketball players that had to shoot on the court time and time and time, millions and millions of practice shots until they were able to get to the pinnacle of whatever they were trying to do. If you think that you're just going to start trading and you're going to hit everything you touch, you're going to have a quick reminder that the world doesn't work like that. So keep pressing, keep doing what you're doing. And to get back to the cigarette thing, I'm completely over it. My energy levels are spiking. I feel great. My skin looks good. My eyes are clearing up. My brain is functioning well. My veins are popping. I got good pumps going on at the gym. I feel my cardio is there. Everything cardio is coming back. It's a better life. If you're a smoker, just stop. It's really not that hard. I've been smoking for 16 years. I tried to quit a million times. But again, just like I was saying in life, you keep pressing until you freaking get there. Well, that's what happened with me with cigs. I just kept trying to quit, kept trying to quit. Eventually, it will click. And it did now. And I feel great. I don't have any more cravings. The chances are that if I'm out on the weekend or if I'm out at something specific, a couple times a year, whatever, I'll be able to have a couple cigarettes. I don't think that's a big deal because I know that I'm never going to buy a pack again. It's another thing. Save $12.60 a day. Cigarettes out here are $12.60, and I was smoking a pack a day. I probably already saved $90, $100 just from not smoking for 8 days. So that's my life advice. Also, the thing that I've been eating that's been actually really helping with my weight. First of all, always avoid alcohol as much as you possibly can. That's something that I struggle with and I need to pull the reins in on, which I've been doing. But I do ground beef. I chop up onion, tomato, peppers, zucchini, just a lot of vitamins, a lot of different colors in that bad boy. Get those vitamins in there, saute them, get them reduced down to almost translucent. Then you throw your meat in. You throw in about a half cup of rice because you need to eat carbs. You mix it all up. You simmer it down. You chop the meat up so tiny that it's almost powdered meat with all the vegetables, juices in there. You do 91.9 or 93.7. Keep your fats as low as you possibly can, but you do need fat for the brain and for the organs. You put all that in there. You don't smoke. You don't drink alcohol. Then you have the energy to do whatever you need to do. The only thing that you're doing by drinking alcohol and doing drugs and smoking cigs and eating like crap is just putting roadblocks in front of your progression. So if you have a sound body, you're going to have a sound mind, and that's what it takes to trade stocks. I guess the one stock information or tip or advice that I'll give today is do not be greedy. I will go over these 4 emotions to avoid every single day. By the way, drink water all day, every day. Do not stop. Be fluid, be liquid, just like your money should be in your trading account. It's the essence of life. It really is. But don't be greedy. A lot of these guys, on these boards, whenever something starts to run, they start throwing out price targets of ridiculous amounts. It's just not going to happen. And even if it does, you hit the lottery, you hit the jackpot. It's very rare to catch anything over 100%. Let me tell you, the only reason why you see it is because it's obviously very popular because of the fact that it's running. You don't hear about the 9,000 losses that everybody takes throughout their day. You only hear about the ones that are running. And that gets you the mentality to think that everything's going to run, or whatever anybody says is going to run, it's going to run. It doesn't work like that. Just my trading strategy, people who follow me, people who want to trade like me, I buy a low and I sell a little bit higher. I don't need to take 300% from one stock. My account has been gradually growing. Your capital is building. That allows you to diversify more, that allows you to buy more stocks with more money. That's how you do it. You get bigger gains. You don't need to get it all in one shot. You don't need to go, oh, I only have 2,500 bucks. I got to get to 25 grand. So I need a 10 bagger. No, you don't. You need 10%, 30%. 12%, 8%, 40%, 50%, 32%. You need to just build day in and day out. Don't go for the home run, because home run hitters strike out most of the time. Go for the single, get on base, have a 90% batting average, and eventually you will win the game. I promise you that without a shadow of a doubt. So don't be greedy. Just do not be greedy. If the money's on the table, take it. If you're gambling in blackjack and you go up 10 grand and then all of a sudden you go in a losing streak and you're down to up 5 grand, take the damn money. Yeah, oh yeah, you should have taken it at 10. Well, hindsight's 2020. So just make sure that you leave the table with cash and a gain. You don't want to go all the way back to zero and find yourself going back to the ATM to try and get your gains back. No, it's the same thing with the market. You see it, you take it, you live it, you love it. That's it. Done deal. I don't want to hear another word about it. If you want to hold long in penny stocks, so be it. But I could tell you that I've been doing this for many years, and it is very hard to play that game, and it is a very good chance that you go bankrupt before you even hit one. Trust me, been there, done that. I'm not doing it ever again. So every trading strategy is fine, but this is the one that I use. This is the one that I've tried and I've tested, and it works. It's guaranteed to work if you put in the work. But holding long is a death trap, in my opinion. But so some people, it works for them. Keep doing what you're doing if it's working. All right, so we're going to jump into them. DBMM. Let me make sure that this looks right on here. Yeah. Thank God that I bought DBM. Yeah, see, this wouldn't have worked. No, come on. There we go. No. 1 second. Yeah. I can even see, like, I have terrible lighting in here, but I could see it in my face. My face is starting to slim out. My eyes are starting to clear up. My skin's starting to clear up. I'm glowing. Why? No ciggies. No siggy nana. Siggy no. I hate cigs. Anybody that smokes cigs is gross. Get away from me. I'm kidding. But it's just funny because now whenever I walk by somebody with a cig, I'm like, and I've been smoking a pack a day for the past 15 years. It's funny how things change and you see things differently when you try and make your life better. We're going to go with DBMM to start off here. I mean, look, I was playing the chart. I like this. I was going for the third leg. Got the news. Picked up 8.8, which was pretty much the low of the day. That's pretty much the lowest you could have gotten any surmountable amount of shares. But that's the thing is, what did I do? I looked into it. I said, okay, it's riding this trend line. I'm not going to chase for 95 because that is 8% higher than 88. So I'm just going to sit some shares on 88. Went throughout my day and, oh, all of a sudden, I got 200,000 shares at 88. Perfect. Love it. That's what you do. Don't chase it. Don't stare at it. Don't get FOMO. And now I got the low of the day. It looks like I'm in the driver's seat. This thing is probably going to gap like crazy. It has gapped before on very good news from about 12 all the way to 2.7, which is insane. That's 100% plus just pre-market. If it does anything like that, I will sell the gap and I won't care. Just because if you wake up to 120% gain before the market even opens, I mean, what are you doing? Take that all day. You got real lucky, and I feel really lucky. Now, if it opens up below 1, I will probably add 500,000 shares here, given the fact that I think this is going to run like crazy. If it gaps hard, I sell. If it stays below 1 and gives me the opportunity to buy, I buy heavy, and I wait for the end of the day, or if I wait for the next day, I will gauge the sentiment as I go. But this thing has a huge catalyst that just came out, one of the first times in history, maybe the first time, that a company has actually beaten the SEC in court. Incredible. pump worthy to the max. I love it. Now, I don't want to get ahead of myself and start talking about how this company is, going to change the world and going to change lives, and we're all going to be on a boat party in Vegas. I don't want to hear anything about that. You got to stick to your game. You got to stick to your guns. Don't get sucked into the FOMO. Don't get sucked into the boards. Pay attention to the bashers as well as the pumpers, because they both have an agenda, and both of them tend to be right. The bashers, they're saying, oh yeah, like they're bashing some things that shouldn't be bashed. Fine. But they're still bringing the other side of the coin, which is what you need to pay attention to. You don't just focus on the good things, you focus on the red flags and the green flags. And if you do, that's how you're able to actually gauge a good price target that you're able to sell at. And you don't have to go on the boards and be like, where's this going to go? Where's this going to go? Hey, figure it out. Do your own work. If you do that, you're going to be successful. Love DBMM for this entire week. I think it's going to go on a massive run. I'm hoping that it doesn't gap to $1 trillion before I'm able to buy more. Arrow. Another one that I bought in a pretty much perfect timing. I pretty much started the run with my Ask Smack. Sometimes you want to be in there. Okay, look. So I see this, and then a tweet comes out, and I'm like, oh my God, that tweet is incredible. They're talking about dilution being done today or Monday at the latest. Obviously, that's what's held this down. This thing is known to run. So I said, okay, that's how is nobody buying this yet? I sat on 12. I was like, nah, I got a couple shares there. I was like, I'm not going to get a full fill here. There's 2,300,000 on the ask. I'm just going to take that out and see where it goes. I'm going to take it out and put more shares on the bid just in case, but as soon as I bought it, 14's hit, 15's hit, 16's hit, 18's hit, 19's hit, closed at 19 at the high of the day, due to a paint thanks to me. Yes, I was the one that bought the 5,000 shares at 19. Sometimes you got to paint that ask, baby. And that's exactly what I did, and I love it, and the volume's there, and the technicals are looking good. I think this is going to push to 2.2 tomorrow at least. Maybe might pull back, depends on if the news is coming out from the company. The company is ready to pump this like it's never been pumped before. This thing could easily create a hard W here and take off to higher. I might even, just given the fact that I got a very good buy-in, it gives me the stability to actually hold a little bit longer. It's easier to hold when you're green than when you're red. I don't mind. Now, if it goes to 2.2 right away, first thing in the morning, I'll probably sell some shares, maybe my flip shares. And then I might just hold a certain amount of shares for a good amount of time, because the company's literally saying dilution's done and we're about to pump this stuff. So I like that idea. Pump it up, get it going. I'm going to be in it. I'm going to be in it to win it. Now, I'm not going to hold for $3, but I will hold for a significant gain, maybe even to a cent. This could be the next CNNA. I don't like comparing anything to other tickers because it's nonsense. It doesn't make any sense. But it could go on a run similar to that. It trades very thin, and it's getting a lot of attention at the moment, and the company is ready to pump. As you can see, energy is back, feeling good, veins are healthy, loving life, living life. Not going to get into the in-bed benefits of it, but very, very good, very, very strong. The blood is flowing, and I do enjoy that. Now we're going to go with AIAD. I skipped one here. I am in AIAD pretty heavily. I do like the chart. I really want them to come out with news. If they come out with news next week, it's going to be very brillante massamanando. By the way, whoever doesn't speak Italian, that basically means really, really, really good. You have a potential pullback to 8. I don't see that happening. I do see it flagging here and then taking off again. I can't, I'm not like positive of that, but it seems like 9 is a pretty good support. Just need to see some pressure on the ass, need to see some buying, need to see some more bidding. I see 2 million shares at 9.9, which I really like. This is an AI stock that hasn't really taken off considerably yet. You get this first step, you get the second step. Let's wait on the third step and see where it goes from there. Rain on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your umbrella. Sorry, I won't do that again. As you can see, the energy is flowing through my eyes, my ears, my nose, my mouth. And it's a brilliant feeling to have. I'm sweating in a 60-degree household. And that's what you want to do. You want to get that heat. You want to get that body heating up. That's your metabolism doing what it's supposed to. So we're looking at rain here. Rain on me. I'm not sure why I'm doing that, but I am doing that. And if you would like to unsubscribe because of it, feel free. Now, this thing looks really good. Beat beaten down, probably an offering that caused it to tank like crazy. It's also could be coordinated for this guy Tang to buy up some shares. You're completely oversold on everything. It's ready to turn, folks. I think it's ready to turn. And I have a few shares in this. I got about 1,500, took a starter, 129, down a little bit, but that's okay. I don't see myself going down 10% on this. I'm looking for a nice pop here. You got to get above 182 with some pressure and some volume, and you might be ready to fill that gap at least 570 right here, right now. CNNA. Sold this one too early again. But here's the thing. The more and more you trade, the more and more you realize that it doesn't frickin' matter. I didn't see it having off this blow-off top. I thought 149 was max. Didn't see that. I was in the morning. I was like, yo, I'm up 600 bucks. I have 600,000 shares. I'm not risking getting tanked on. It closed at the high of the day previously. Who knows? It might. And there was some profit taking in the beginning of the day, and then boom, they shot it up. Should have held. Could have held. But what if it did tank? And what if I was holding? And what if I was losing $600 every clip? Then that's a problem. I'm not trying to be losing $1,200, $6, whatever, be down $2,000 if it did tank. And when I was up 600. So I was like, look, you got 600 on the table now, you take it, and you don't have to worry about it. And when it did shoot up, I was watching up at 17. I would never chase that because it's overbought. Technicals are smoking, doking. RSI is fine, but I don't know. I think it's a little bit hot. That's fine. When I saw it at 17, I was like, oh man, if I would have held for another hour, I would have made $2,000. But you have to understand that you take what's on the table. At least for me, dude, $600 in a trade is enough for me. That's fine. I'm not risking being up 600 and going down 2,000 and then be holding a bag and being like, is this ever going to go back up? Oh, maybe I need to sell it here. Now I lose 2,000 and then I'm all over the place and then I'm emotional and then I want to cry and kick myself in my own brain. Not flexible enough to do that, but maybe I go outside and I pay a homeless person to curb stomp me to death. I don't know, but that might happen if I don't take my gain and I go down by $2,000 and I'm a bag boy Billy Bobby. Okay, so just hate me if you want to. I don't care. I'm a flipper. I know how to play this game to a T. Even if I don't sell the top and buy the bottom every time, I'm making money every day, and that is the idea of the market. If you don't understand that, then you're going to be this all your life to the point where you're down to nothing and you're like, why did I even try this in the gosh darn first place? But company's very active, very, very open. They're saying a lot. They're posting filings. They're doing it the right way. I'm hoping for a pullback. I might not get it. We'll have to see. This thing could just keep taking off. I don't like the size of this wick. But at the same time, you know, watch for a flag here. They just need to keep it going. If they keep the pump coming, it's just wildly high. I would like to see some consolidation before the next move, but I might not get it. So I hope you guys the best. If it runs to $60, it doesn't matter to me. So I hope that you guys get it. I really do. I really, 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 really do. Okay. Because I just really love it. And I just love all of you, and it's fine. I just don't care anymore. Sorry, it's Pride Week. Had to throw in the little gate talk. But we're looking at GDVM here. And GDVM, everybody seems to like this. I know that they have a website and they say that they're connected with this guy and that guy and IBM and IBS and this bank and that bank. Whatever they're connected to, I don't care. It's all live. Seen it all before. Every single thing is the same idea. Some scams are better than others. The same company, VMost, went into JPEX, didn't work out. Now they're in GDVM. Seems like it might not work out, or maybe it does. Maybe it does do one of these bad boys and then bing bong bops all the way to the moon, and you're sitting there with a cocktail next to your wife and just looking at everybody else on earth like, gosh darn, look at all those dum-dums. Maybe you're looking at me on earth and being like, look at this clown, he sucks. I'm a millionaire now. Fine, I don't know, might happen, but you got to be lucky as hell. You got to literally be like an astronaut. There's like 10 astronauts on Earth. So if you want to try and be 1 out of 10 out of a billion trillion, that's fine. You can do that. I would, but just don't get sucked into the storyline. I know that there's a big pumper on this one. I won't name names, but they all seem to get you pumped in up here, and then all of a sudden everybody's bagged, and then they're still pumping, saying it's the best stock. Meanwhile, you're down 60% for 6 months, and you're just like, why? What? Huh? Is this the best stock? Because I could have just sold when I was up, and now I'm in a bag 50%, and I got to get 100% to get back to even. But it looks so good. It's always going to look good. That's what it's meant to do. It's meant to sell you. It's like a guy at the salesman at a car dealership. He's not going to be like, Take it if you want it, bruh. Take it if you want it. Don't care, dude. Doesn't matter to me. No, he's like, please take it. I'll do anything that it takes. What do you need? I'll do anything. Okay, they're the same way that they're going to do it in the stock market. They're going to make it look so good on paper, but behind the scenes, somebody's dumping on your darsh head. I can't curse, so I don't, darsh, okay? You get darsh head, all right? Darsh, new word. Just anything, it's not damn, it's darsh, okay? SEII. Sick looking chart, flatline city, can't really see it well. If you want to follow along, go to a different setup than this, but I don't have time to get into it right now. But I do like SEII here. It trades very thin. It's a very pumpy boy. This thing can move on air. Volume coming in pretty heavily, sitting back down at support at 12, right at the middle band, boy. The middle band boy's at 1. So scoop to my loo, scoop to what you can do, buy what you can, and live forever, my friend. Moan. It's actually borderline hilarious that people actually believe in Lawrence Harch. And I would say that 90% of bulls don't actually believe a word he says. I don't know why you would ever believe somebody wearing a Florida hat, a wife beater under a tall black tee with fake jewelry, and standing in front of a lake at a retirement home, and it says total prestige, and it just has a picture of him looking like just a clown. If you really think that guy is involved with $10 billion Saudi deals, you're probably new to the market, and that's fine. Eventually you'll learn that it's honestly, if you look at that guy and you think that he's a trustworthy individual after everything that's been happening, after all the pumps on that one guy's page, Financial Journey, absolute clown, probably getting paid to pump the stock. There's no way he's that dumb. But either way, it's a Chinese scam company. They order the cars off Alibaba. They middleman it. They're not going to get anywhere. They're diluting everybody's bones to dust. You live in the core of the earth with the devil and all of his demons. You live in the bottom of the ocean with the abyss, with the aliens, having sex with aliens. Hey, if that's what you want to do, by all means do it. But just from a brief overlook of this guy's Facebook, he's probably one of the most obvious scammers I've ever seen in my gosh darn life, in my darsh dang life. And you just have to get over that and realize that you've been scammed, especially if you bought way high. Look, I hope that you get your money back. I hope that I'm wrong. I hope that Lawrence Harch is Lawrence of Arabia. He's probably not, though. He's probably never been there. He's probably just took pictures of guys in front of a 2002 Range Rover. He's probably just hanging out with these random dudes that are scammers themselves. But you have to realize that. I mean, this is a scam. This is what a scam looks like. I don't know what else to tell you. Good companies don't do this. Reverse split and then go down another 60%. Okay, like it's obviously dilution. Believe what you want to believe. I'm the voice of reason. You're only going to get pumped into it by every other YouTuber. Why? Because they get a bunch of followers off this. If I just went full in on Moan, I could reach out to Lawrence Harch and be like, hey, bud, come on my show. Let's do an interview. Let's do this. Let's do that. But I'm not going to involve myself in lies. Remember, only truth will be told. All I can do is tell the truth. If not, then I turn to stone. And I don't really want to live the rest of my life in granite form. So I'm only going to tell the truth, and I'm not going to pump people into my page, and I'm not going to just do it for subscriber or financial gain. I'm going to tell the truth no matter what, and only the truth will be told. And that's my slogan. That's my slogan. You understand? So get it through your noggin that Moan is a scam, and it always will be. Kick the can down the road and let it be like a toad. Hop, hop into the box with the with the 2 pairs of socks that are unmatched. What up? Sorry, won't do it again. If I rap again, I'll just I'll quit everything. I'll quit my job. I'll quit this entire YouTube thing. I promise you. Stick with me here, guys. I'm learning. I'm trying. I'm living. I'm dying. It's one of those days. AMC. Oh, lifeblood. AMC, remember, we're not going for $1 trillion market cap here. Absolutely impossible. Nobody goes to the movies. Nobody wants. I try and go to the movies. I'm always like, hey, you want to go to the movies? Hey, you want to go to the movies? And then it's time to go to the movies. I'm like, never mind. Why the hell would I go to the movies and spend $6,000 when I have a 70-inch TV right here with a movie that I could rent for $2.99? Hey, I'll do that. Hey, I have 16 streaming services. Hey, why would I pay $150 a month for every streaming service and then not use them? Hey. Hey, why would I go to the and pay for $16 for popcorn when I could use a bag in the microwave for $1.99? Hey, you just it's just not happening, guys. And you gotta flip the stock if you're not in this and you're not bagged from $70. Just play the ebbs and flows. That's the way that it goes, and that's the way you gotta do it. If you don't, you're gonna end up hating the stock market, just like everybody and their mother that I talked to that said that they're a trader. Whenever I say I'm a trader, they're like, "Oh yeah, I traded back in 2020 when I was in AMC. I made like 20 grand." I'm like, "Sick. Now what?" "Oh, now it's worth nothing." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. You should have sold it." "Yeah, but like everybody said that it was gonna go to a billion trillion market cap." But that's the thing, is a lot of noobs are stuck there, and that's okay. But you can, if you're outside looking in, you can trade it real well. It's a very tradable stock with liquidity. Love it. TRKA, another pump and dump. Look, this is a pump and that is a dump. If you want to call it anything else, if you want to call this stock manipulation, if you want to call this the hedgies short and naked, fine. If you want to believe in myths, fine. If you want to believe in Greek mythology, fine. If you want to believe in truth and everything that is good, then you pay attention to what I'm saying, because this company obviously pumped into a dilution round, sent you to hell, and now you're playing their theme song from the mountaintops, from trumpets and choirs, like TRKA is my favorite stock. They are the diamond hands that I will have. No, you don't play that song. You play the song of screw this company. They dumped on my face, and now I got to get out of this bag. Hey, but you should never get in a bag. Don't buy up here. You buy low and you sell high. You don't buy high and you sell low. These are the facts. You don't like them. Bye-bye. VDRM, I like this. They say that a couple weeks the FDA is going to approve something that they have in the works for quite some time now. Looking like a beautiful flag, finding bottom, closing above the middle band. Like it, love it. Not a lot of volume, not too bad. You got this MACD turning up, looking good. RSI turning up, looking good. I really do like this flag. I really do like it. The fact that it's sitting at support and trading sideways. Bollinger Band's kissing, closing above the middle band. And you are ready to go. You're ready to go to the sky, I said. You're ready to go to the sky, I said. And when I say it, you better do it. You better live it. You better love it. Because this is going up soon, and you better get some shares because you don't want to not be on the moon now, right? All right, I really gotta chill. The energy is flowing through my veins. I can actually feel it coming out of my fingertips. If I could actually probably I could send lightning somewhere, okay? And that's where you want to be, and that's what not smoking SOGs will do to you. Screw cigs. They're gross. Anybody who smokes them is gross. I'm kidding. If you're struggling with it, I know. Just stop. Just stop. You just have to stop. I love how I act like it's that easy, and it took me 15 years to stop it. FCGD. Now, this thing came out with a little bit of volume, okay? And it hit my scanner with that volume coming out. I do like the technicals that have cooled off, looking good. You have this volume that are coming in. Is it going to continue? Not sure. You had it all the way. You had chances to get in at 2. If you did get in at 2, it's currently at 4. That's incredible. You just need a little bit more of a push. This could take another third leg. Let's see what it does from here. I think that it was a share cancellation that sent it up a little bit, which is nice. That's always good. Can't hate on that. Can't hate on that. I don't know how much it was for. I don't know if it was legacy shares that they canceled. Let me know. But it's back on my radar, boys and girls. SDRC. Cirque. Sideways City. This is literally Sidewinder Sam, and I don't know. Somebody really likes this stock, and that's fine. You could be very, very long in this. It seems to be trading between, it's probably pretty thin, 12 and 14. You got to get it going. I don't know. It's been trading sideways for quite some time. You have had a lot of opportunities to swing this, like 1,000 of them. But if you're long, you're long. And if you like the company, obviously it's not going too much lower down than 12 or 11.5. So try and scoop on the lows, accumulate at the lows, and then maybe one day it does blow up to the sky. And you could paraglide with the birds. I'm not sure. Favolini, Favoresso, Fabrizio, Parascariacinto. For those of you that don't speak Italian, basically what I just said is, this chart looks really good. I'm thinking that I might want to buy it eventually. Now, I'm not going to buy it on the peak. This thing might have more room to run, but your RSI is like really high and it's got a quick spike. MACD doesn't look bad at all. Volume is kind of there, not really. Now you're looking at about $50,000 in volume, very thin stock, ready to run. But this could be a death trap. You know, you buy too high, all of a sudden you get smoked, and it's a thin stock. Bids start getting whacked out. Bids start getting whacked out, and this is what it feels like. That's exactly it. Just like someone's, this is the, I'm not going to get, it's a kid show and I don't want to get cut off, but just picture it, okay? You don't want to be getting like that, okay? You don't want to be dilated before noon in the market, okay? But I do like this one for a continuation. I won't personally touch it, but if you're in this, congrats. Look at these pinch bands that are opening up. You're just getting some action here. Make sure to be careful though and take gains when you can and buy the dips. What's up, son? Yeah, it's really good, son. SONN. Looking like it wants it. This is the thing. It's like, yeah, it looks really good here. I do agree. It actually had a pretty good candle yesterday. But you're a little bit smoked. I want 31 cents. I said that before. If I don't get it, I don't get it. There's nothing wrong with not getting it because there will be another trillion stocks to get. But this thing is looking like it wants to come back down. It's trying to come back down, and you need a cool off on your RSI. I'd love to see the RSI, the fast RSI, back at 50. Your MACD is not overbought. You do have volume coming in. There is a big pump on it. I do like Sam. What's up, Sam? How you doing, Sam? What's really good, son? But I'm not going to buy it here just because I don't want to get toasted and be like, oh, I should have waited for 31. I knew I should have waited for 31, and now I'm holding a bag, and I'm Bilbo Belinsky, the bag holder from Birmingham, Alabama. Money, 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 money. People think I'm freaking nuts, and I am, okay, I am. But would you rather listen to some guy in a suit that's just like, this is a good stock, I really do like this one. The RSI is pretty spectacular. Your MACD is turning up, and I really do like that about it. Your volume is pretty steady. Looks like it's going to go on a third leg here, and potential high of 3.5 cents would be my price target for the near to short term. Would you rather have that or have me be like, yo, this is about money, 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 money? I'd rather watch that. I don't know. Maybe I'm dumb. Maybe I'm R word. Okay. Maybe I'm a little bit on the spectrum. Fine, but at least I'm exciting. At least I have a good time over here, and I'm not just some stiff. That's why I started my page. I'm good on being a little stiff boy, even though I am a little stiff boy ever since I stopped smoking socks. Like literally, I'm surprised the desk isn't rising. TMI, don't say it again. Whoever's watching this review is probably like, who's this guy? But look, money looks good. It's trying to break 2. It's had a lot of issues with 2. I like the fact that it closed at 2.3 and I haven't bought it yet. Give me a little bit of a smock. Give me a little bit of a smock back down to 2. I'll buy because I think this thing is ready to go. It wants to go. It really does. It's saying, please, 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 can I go? Can I go? Can I go? And the market's just like, no, not yet. Wait for PD Penny to get in. And that's exactly what's happening. They're waiting for me to get in. I'll be in there soon enough. Don't you worry. Gov. Mamacita mina createl. Mamacita mino createl. This one is running, but again, I don't know. I don't buy stocks up this high. That's just my personal preference. You can and still win. But you know, I'm looking for a pullback. I don't know. It's the volume is pretty okay. It's not like extreme. It is a thin stock, but it looks like it's trying to maybe turn back down, just like this. Down, down. Give me 4.2 or something like that, and then I'll buy in. And I know that's a big pullback from here, and I hope that everybody that is invested, wins with this. I'd rather have it just run to the moon and have everybody make money than to give myself a chance, an opportunity to buy in. So we'll have to track this one. I'm just going to set my alert for 4.1, and we'll see where it goes from there, okay? Sorry. E-Tech. Caramba. Ay, cariki. All right, so E-Tech. Oh, mama. This thing wants to go. 90 million on Friday? 90 million on Friday? I do like that. Give me sevens. Give me sevens and take me to heaven to live with all the angels and Jesus and kings of man. Phew. E-Tech breaking above 8 is going to be sex on earth and goodwill towards men. And that's what I want to be involved with. I want to be involved with just beautiful, joyous love and no transgressions, no sorrow, no pain. I want to be involved with the most joyous love of life. And E-Tech brings me that urge in my chest, that beam of light to my heart. And I do like this chart. I really do. I think that it's ready to go. I think that the volume coming in is beginning to show. And I think that 7 getting smoked is what we need to do, and it just needs to blow. It just needs to run, and we need to have some fun, okay? And I'm gonna have some fun on this bad boy when I go smack daddy on the 7 ask. This is something that I'm looking at, top pick. Not necessarily top pick, but a top thing to watch, okay? We're going to watch this hard on Monday. Remember, prepare, and then you know what's going to happen before that it does, and that's how it's done. Vacal. Remember, guys, make sure to post. I'll just mention it at the end. Sometimes the computer can't keep up with my brain, and it's really upsetting. I don't understand it, and I'm going to have to talk to the people involved with computer making that they need to. I'll teach them how it's done. I'll show them how it's done eventually. Pinch band here, very, very low. Not a lot of volume. Very low RSI. Everything seems to be bottomed out. As you can see, you run this dotted line. That's where it's at now, and it's obviously a double bottom here. This would be a great stock to accumulate at bottom and wait for it to run again. I just think that it can't get much lower than this, and I do like this pick for a bottom feeding situation. Vacal. Lucid. Has a big gap down here. Again, I like this one for long-term hold. One of the few things that I like for long-term hold. Why? Because I know the product. I've worked with the brand. I've dealt with a lot of their marketing. I've done their events for their cars at malls pretty much all over this coast, and they really do a great job. I love the car. They get a lot of exposure. They sell out very quickly. Don't let the bad share price fool you. I know that they dilute a lot because they have to expand. Marketing costs a lot of money, especially for a car company that has to build the cars and all this and all that. But it's starting to spring up. I think in 10 years, this is going to be a household name. I do like Lucid, and I do like it at the current price. Barring any type of catastrophic war, I think that this thing will go eventualando. Venu. Venu, look at what Venu has done to you. And this is what most penny stocks will do to you if you hold them long. Oh my God, it's going to $9. No, it's not. Oh my God, it's going to like $67,000. Oh, no, it's not. Now you're at the pit of hell. This is like literally where fire was invented. It wasn't invented by cavemen or by lightning striking a pine tree. It was actually invented in Venu at the current price, which is 2-1. Seems to be a bottom here. We'll be looking to buy. Give me a little bit of a smoke session in the morning, break me down to 18, 17, and I'll go scoop to my loo like I would always do when there's blood in the streets. I could care less what the company does. It's low and it's ready to go. WDLF. This one looked like it wanted to break out. I absolutely hate this company because I hate the CEO. I'm sorry if you're invested and you're long, but eventually, I mean, at this point, you should understand that what I'm saying is truth. You're probably pissed off. If you're not, you should be. I don't want to hear about this. I don't want to hear about that. This is a pump into dilution, pump into dilution, pump into dilution, 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 dilution. Now people are just like, screw this company. Now it's just getting tanked on. Listen. These guys always have a clean-cut haircut, looking good, looking sharp, have a good sales pitch. They're always going to get people that are naive and ready to buy into the next big thing that is not exist. This is your current and OTC markets. This is what it looks like. It looks like losses. That's why you get in, you get out, and you live to fight another day. You do not hold through this big spike. You do not hold through this big spike. Because if you do, let's say you did buy here and you bought at 18, you went all the way up and you doubled your money. You didn't take it off the table. You held it for 6 months to a year, whatever this extension is. And now all of a sudden you're down 60% on a long hold when you could have sold for 100% and used that money for 8 straight months to make money elsewhere. Live and learn. And don't trust a word that these scam artists tell you because they're trying to pump you into a dump. Point blank, period. No other way around it. I only tell the truth and only the truth will be told. And I literally, I don't want to live as Stone. So I'm gonna tell the truth. Coep looks really nice here. Why? Because it's down at 150. I don't know why I liked 150. I maybe potentially go back down to 134. Not sure. But I don't know. I mean, this is a very thin boy, and it looks like it's gonna want to do another leg here. It's starting to slow down. Selling starting to slow down. I'm gonna set my alert for 134 because again, I have so many other picks on the table. If that alert goes off, though, I know that it's potentially at a very, very good price. And I want a good price. I want to buy low and I want to sell high. I don't want to buy in the middle of the sky and not know if my parachute's going to pull out and it's going to and I'm going to survive. You hear the rhyme, you know it's about that time for me to get really hype. And I'm not about crime, okay? I'm really about being sublime, just chilling, squeezing some limes on top of my key lime pie with my girlfriend and her friends and everybody else that wants to be on my end of the spectrum. If I do it again, unsubscribe, please, just to teach me a lesson. Just teach me a lesson, and I won't do it again. Veery. What are you going to do, huh? Veery has been on a run for the ages. Very, 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 very long, extended, slow, steady. Love it, live it, literally want to insert myself into it. But I want to insert myself at about 122. I don't want to insert myself here. I don't want to get ahead of myself. I don't want to be premature, if you know. I want to wait for this to come back down. I want to come back down to 122, right at that middle band, just to suck it up real nice right there, and get it real nice right there at 122, right on that middle band, and then boom, go for the next leg. I do like the, it's going to ride this trend line, which is exactly right where that middle band is. I think it pulls back to there. You're currently at 149. I want to see the drop to 122, and then I buy, and then I hold. I do think that this has the potential to really start getting going, like boom, bang, bang, and go all the way back up here. I do think this gap will fill. I really do like this company. I really do like the fact that it is going on a slow and steady run to the north side, which is the side that we want to be involved with. Geggy. Energy overload. Literally how I feel. And that's all I do is I just talk and I do go with how I feel. I say how I feel. I live how I feel. And isn't that the way that we want to live? Isn't that everybody's so quiet and shy because they don't want to live the way they're worried about what other people are saying. I don't care. I'll shake my tits all day on this damn page. I don't care if you don't like it. I'm living my life. I'm doing me. I'm being myself. And that's what everybody needs to be. Unless you're in the pride community. We get it, okay? You're gay, all right? Shh. Can't say anything about that crap, but either I live in LA and oh my God, I'm about to buy a bunker and go in it every June because it's a little bit much. In fact, it's way too much. Okay. So Geggy, go boom, boom. Why Geggy go boom, boom? Please let me know if you're in these stocks. Give me the DD. I can't track the DD on every one of these bad boys every day. But I do like Geggy. It looks like it's waking up here. It looks like it had a pop, a pullback, a little bing, bop, bang, and then a little ting, ting, ting. And now it's like, bop, 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 choo. And I do like that. I love the chews. And I do like the MACD not being extended. I do like the RSI just being at 71. That ain't bad. That ain't too high. I will look for a little bit of pullback in the morning, maybe down to 11. Hey, I like 11. I'll buy that all day. And then I'll see where it's going to go from there. Now, remember, we got faked out here. Boom, bang. Boom, bang. Are we going to get faked out here? I'm not sure. Let's get me that DD, and I'll be able to go over it a little bit better on Monday night. LVGI, not going to talk much about this one because it is a turd, other than the fact that literally now it's at 4. Yeah, see? I told you guys at 2, if you can get 2, holy matrimony, holy manushno, holy bindangdo. And for those that don't speak Arabic, basically that means, dang, I should have bought 2. But I don't think 2 was available. I think that it pretty much just like smacked down to 2 on a very small sell. You probably had a chance to get 3, currently at 4. Probably going to go higher because of the market cap literally being like 90 grand, which is absolutely insane. I've never seen anything like it. 450 million shares in the share structure, and you're trading at trip 4. All this company would need to be like is like, hey, we live, and it would go to like 2.002. So keep that in mind. CEOs. CEOs looks incredible, and that's why I brought it up today, because it's breaking above this middle band. 293 was that, closed at 362, right at this top. Now, I look for a little bit of a pullback, yes, but this thing looks like it's trying to break out of this downtrend, which is great. It's trying to create this wave. Let's get on this next wave. Let's see where it goes. Currently at 362. Try to get in around 3 if you can. If you can get in at 3, this looks like it might push up back up to 7. First stop is going to be 5. You get above that, you're looking at 7, 8, somewhere in that range. CEOs back on the watch list. Got 2.8 million shares traded. Not a significant amount, but enough for liquidity. And the MACD looks sexual, and the RSI is just a beautiful woman with the biggest old knocks. Iggy. Mamma sia, mamma mia, papa pia, woo. God, what is wrong with me? What is wrong with my brain functions? But no, this looks really good. Iggy looks really good. I love everything about it. I like the technicals. I like the volume, 40 million at 6. Not a tremendous amount, but I like this breakout. What's coming out? Is there a merger date to be looking at? Is there a catalyst ready to go? Is there a pipeline that's ready to look into? I don't know. But this thing is starting to break out. This is going to be on close watch for me. I do like Iggy. I'm going to circle it. I'm going to circle it once. I'm going to circle it twice. I'm going to look into it a little bit more. Leave the DD in my page. Tell me when the date's coming out. I guarantee you there's a date on this puppy. I guarantee you it's probably for the 5th to the 10th, somewhere in that range. We're watching this. We're keeping our eyes on this. Let me know the situation. The poem. VPLM, I really still like this stock. We're coming into the date. The date is June 14th, when this settlement is supposed to be completely, and not supposed to be, literally the court was like, we need to come out with a situation or a settlement by the 15th. You're seeing this starting to peak up now. It's trying to get up now. It's trying to go. You're looking for, I remember, I don't know. I want to see what that settlement's going to be. If they come out with that settlement and I have to buy higher, that's fine. But if they come out and they say $1 billion settlement, I'm buying it, and I'll buy it at 11, and I won't care. But I do want to see it, because I don't want to get trapped, and then after hours, like let's say we buy 7.6, okay? I thought that this was going to run more on the rumor of it, and it very well could be, because you still have a couple weeks. What I'm worried about in this stock, the only red flag that I see, is the fact that the insiders have been dumping, which is a little bit odd, because if it's before a big catalyst, chances are they probably hold their shares. I don't know. Maybe they're just taking some off just in case the reaction of the market isn't, but they probably know what the settlement's going to look like. The last thing I want to do is buy this and then be trapped with a gap down. So let's say the settlement comes out and they got $20, whatever, just for sake of argument. That's obviously going to cause a major gap down, especially if it's an after hours or pre-market situation where, you know, let's say I buy $5,000 worth of stock at 8 cents, and then it comes out and it's really bad and it opens at 5 cents. I immediately get whacked before I can even do anything about it. That's a situation I will never find myself in again. That's why most day traders actually sell before the market closes, because they don't want to be trapped in an after hours reverse split, something bad, some type of bad news that comes out after the market, because like ENF, I actually flipped that one the day before they were supposed to bring out news. But if you remember that bad boy, it opened up down 70% and nobody could exit. You could exit, but only down 70%, never pop from there. So you learn from history. You don't do the same things. But VPLM, it looks like it's just a long flag here, and this thing could really take off within the next couple of weeks. Set your alerts. Pay attenzione, and this thing could be a big winner. ENZC, what a turd, huh? I'm sorry, guys, but it is what it is. I can't make things up, and I'm not gonna start today. Oh my Lanta! I actually got one of these small wicks here. I made money off this somehow. I made money off this drop somehow. But this is egregioso. This is egregio santolo. Just ew, dude. Ew. This was like a pump to get that Stavros guy out. Got 11 million shares. They probably knew that he was going to, and he's just been automatic dump for, I don't know, the past 3 weeks. Hopefully he's done soon. Hopefully OTCN gets off the ask. You're oversold now. I'm like looking to buy this now. You give me another couple red days. You give me anything in the 3s, I'm scooped to my loo. I'm getting in there with one shoe if I have to. I'm getting it in and I'm living it up, and I'm soaking it up in the 3s, boys. Keep your alert set. Set your alert for 3-9, then start to soak. Start to accumulato. Hero. Start to get that bad boy rolling. Hero. Heating up again. Said 2.8 was the target. Worked out like a charm. You were able to get 2.8 just on the spot, Don Daddy. And now you got it. And now you're going up again. You got to break this trend line down here. You break above this. You start to get above 4. 4 is the line in the sand. You get above 4. You're looking good. I think that you might have a chance to get 2.93s. But you need these to start curling back up. You need your RSI to stay above 50, which I see a very good, strong chance of it doing. The company is currently in a buyback, buying back shares, which is great. A lot of times when they're buying back shares, even though they're doing $25,000 worth of stock, what that tells me, and which isn't a lot, what that tells me though is that the company is ready to stop diluting. If they're done diluting, which is what's caused the price to be so low in the first place, then organically over time, this could easily go back up to 8s, even a penny. Zura. I called this one out the other day, only finished up 12%, which is still very significant. You just need to break it. See this flag here? That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting to see if it has a lot of strength at around $8. I'm going to be paying attention to this one pretty closely. Your technicals look absolutely phenom. Your volume is pretty steady, looking good. This thing is at a very, very low price, and it's very thin, ready to go. Zura, keep your eyes on it. I do like that one. Daddy do likey, daddy do likey, daddy do likey a lottie. Cat X. Now I'm getting hungry. See, when your metabolism is spiking, you're hungry all the time. That's how you should feel. Like as soon as you eat something, within 2 hours, you should be hungry again. Because your body's like, yo, I'm going to send that into your blood. I'm going to send that into your brain. Yo, your liver needs some of this. Yo, you need that vitamin over here. And then all of a sudden your whole body is just like robotic. And you're just like, I am in perfect health and shape. And body and mind is working in perfect fashion. Cat X, waking up, keep your eyes, loving the technicals, everything looks good, needs a little bit more volume here, but I do like it. I'm going to look into it, and if it keeps going, you might have a runner on your hands. Very thin stock. If 4 million shares can move at 11%, imagine what, which isn't a significant amount, but it does look like it's starting to wake up. It looks like people are starting to pay attention. It looks like this company owns a cottage in the woods and has the nicest stew, a brewing, above the nicest fireplace in a kettle, and the smells are vibrating through the wood, and you're just walking through and you see the nice cottage and you see the smoke coming from the chimney, and the company comes out and says, come in, whoever you are, we would love to invite you to our stew party. And you go in there and you enjoy it, and it's not poisoned somehow, and you live to see another day, which actually, real quick, reminds me of a story about, and I'll just say it. One time I was broke as hell. I was a kid. I was probably 18, 19. And I was with my friend Luke, and we were in Ocean City, in Atlantic City. We had no money between us. We were staying at a friend's house who was at a concert that we couldn't afford to get into. So we just wandered the earth with drunk off vodka. We meet this Indian man who was 50 years old. Not to go off on a tangent here, but we meet a guy that's 50 years old, Indian guy. Very odd. He promised us tater tots and Sky vodka if we went back and chilled with him at his house. Looking back, absolutely insane. I'm surprised Chris Hansen didn't come out of the back room. But either way, we go back to this Indian guy's house. He has a fryer and everything. He's cooking up the nicest tots. We were starving. We were crushing tots. We're loving our lives. We're chugging the Sky vodka, huge handle. This guy pulls back in his chair. He says, turns on gay porn and says, do you like big? Kid you not, the entire time my friend Luke, because we were so drunk, was acting like he had an Arabian accent, so that was really odd. Once he said that, though, I was like, yo, we gotta get the fuck out of here. Like, this is insane. It was really, really odd. He was like about to start jerking off in front of us. And remember, we're 18, 19. He's like 50. Indian bull, but he had the nicest tots and the nicest VOD. So we said, hey, we need more tots over here. Yes, we love that stuff. We want to watch it with you, but can you just make us a little more tots? So as soon as he went into the kitchen, we grabbed the Sky, we ran out, he chased us, he left messages on my message machine. I wish I still had them. He literally chased us. We had to hide in bushes in the middle of Atlantic City. If I still had that voice recording of him on the phone being like, where do you go? Where do you go? You come back here and suck my D. You take my tater tots and you take my tater tots. You take my vodka and you run. We were supposed to have sex, threesome. It was insane. It was insanity. I can't believe, looking back at it, he could have killed us. He could have raped us. Okay, he could have had a gun and just been like, you like Big D? Well, you're going to love it today. Unbelievable. And I have stories like that out the wazoo. Why? Because I used to drink and not have any money and wander Earth. Okay, and I got into a lot of fun crap. And trust me, it was a beautiful thing. I would never do it again. I'm not 18 anymore. I have a much more mundane life. But either way, that's my review of Cat X. I hope you enjoyed it, folks. Either way, Cat X waking up. Just don't ever, what I'm saying is, my point of that is, don't ever go into a 50-year-old Indian man's house as a young boy. Because you might get tots, but you almost might get the D. And now, DVLP, just a beautiful, beautiful stick. Why? Because it's so down low. At 2.7, I like it here, but I would really like it down at 2.2. If you can give me 2.2, now I already have an alert set there, but I'll just remind myself. I don't know why, but 2.2 is going to be Brillante if you can get that number, because that's just it was that low down here. I think that it got all the way down to 2. Yep, 2.2 down here, and then it ran. So you're looking at another buy-in here. You buy low, you sell high. You don't buy up here, or you don't hold this entire time period. Like everybody told me I was an idiot for selling 6 and I was in at 4. 50% gain. If I would have held, I'd be down 50%. See how that works? And now you're at bottom though, and I'm ready to buy back in. And I'm paying attention. I'm looking. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to blow. I'm ready to smoke this bad boy off the ass at 2.2. Let me find it. Let me see it, and I will smoke it. Unless it's a cigarette, and then I'll burn your eyes out with it and say, I don't do that, sir. Imperial P is the way to be. I do like this. This is turning back up. Oil is going to get more and more expensive over the summer. I've been saying that. I really liked it here, but I like it here as well. I like the pullback to the middle band, showing support on the lines of support that need to be held. That's what it's doing. Closing above the 50 mark on your RSI, so you remain bullish. MACD is not overbought. You're starting to turn up again. You break above this $4. Mamma mia, you're looking at blue skies all the way up to 550, 560, somewhere in that range. And then you might just keep going all throughout the summer. This is a long hold over the summer as prices of oil will go up indefinitely. I really need to blow my nostrils. CGRA. Segura. Sorry. Okay, so CGRA, obviously a tradable stock, trading a range. You're looking at 2.5 and your bottom looking at 1. So that's 150% gain if you're buying the bottoms and selling near the top, which seemed to be pretty consistent. Now, you didn't go all the way back down to 1 now. You're holding it around 19.3, which is a good sign. Now, you're closing above the middle band, which is great. You got to get above this 2. If you get above 3 cents, you might be looking at another run to about 450. That's another good gain. That's 50% from that resistance break of 2.8. Other than that, I would say buy 19, sell 2.5, and see where it goes from there. If it starts to break out and you want to buy back, great. If you want to hold this long over the summer, at least the company's very active. This guy, Nick Line, or whatever his name is, at least is trying to bring value to shareholders. At least he's pumping the stock and he's not just remaining silent. It is Savage Barbell, which is a clothing company. You better hope that it turns out to be the next Gymshark or Zell or one of those. And just that's what you got to hope. You got to hope that it catches on. If it doesn't, then you're just going to be another disgruntled long in the trips. ATLX getting going again here. Big bop. Pulled back really hard, which happens. Now it's flagged and it's ready to go again. Keep your eyes on this, closing above the middle band, which is great. Kissing up on the MACD, kissing up on the RSI, closing over 50, which is brillante. 308,000 volume, which at $23 provides enough liquidity to live, to love, and to laugh with all of your friends and all of your foes. So I do like ATLX here, folks. NVOS. I mean, I hate this stock. I really do hate it. Because now it's losing volume, and it doesn't have the interest it had before. It's almost like a lot of interest, a little more interest. Nobody really wants it anymore. And that's kind of what happens with these stocks. Like, first of all, they don't put out enough news. They're in trouble with the fact that their price is so low. They need to get this back to $1. Can they organically? Possibly. I don't know what their financials look like. I've never looked into them, but usually the only companies that can actually pull this type of thing off, where they go from 14 back to $1 to get whatever, they're either going to need to reverse split, which a bad company would do, or if they have to have a really, really strong fundamentals. So if this company has really, really strong fundamentals, so be it. They have a chance. I won't buy until I see 11, or I won't buy until I see a break of 22, and that's just the way it's going to be. I'm not going to be trying to trade a couple pennies, a couple here. There's a lot more things out there right now. NVOS, I wish you all the best. The traders there, there's a lot of longs. I really hope that you get your 60 price target, but I won't be there with you until it hits 11 or it hits 22. For everybody else out there that hasn't subscribed yet, please do so. I'm trying to do my best here. I'm trying to make this page interesting. Realistically, it's going to help me out and it's going to help you out. I really strongly advise that if you do subscribe, you watch the entire video, you write everything out, you put your targets, you put your buy-ins, you put your alerts out. Then once you get off the video, you turn it off, you go to your phone or whatever you're trading on, you put in your alerts for the day, and then the next day you're prepared to go. And that's going to prepare you for the future. If you're not prepared, you're not going to succeed. I promise you that. A lot of people do not prepare in the stock market. They think it's a game. They think it's fun. They think a lot of people look at it as gambling. I've had a lot of people tell me recently, whatever, it's just gambling to me. Well, you can be a gambler and you can lose all your money. That's fine. Maybe they're trading with $100. I'm trying to make an actual living off this where I am doing this full time, because yes, it's hard. And yes, it takes a lot of mental capacity. And yes, it takes time and a lot of effort, but I'd rather be doing this than doing anything else. I mean, it is the most hands-off thing you could possibly do. It's making thousands of dollars on speculation, which is incredible. My job is great, but eventually I'd rather just do everything from my own. So good luck on your journey. Hopefully you join me. And if you don't, then I don't really care, dude. Do what you want, though.